All right, many of you asked me, Michael, how do you set up the whole thing with, having Claude Code Gemini and then having Codex and multiple agents? Now, I will show you a path. It's one path. Now, very important, I am using a Mac and I'm using C Shell and Homebrew. If you need to tweak around with your setup because you have other hardware and software, then just please use your agent to just adapt, all right? So let's begin. Let's have a look at the instructions that I created for this guide. First of all, we need the foundation, Homebrew as the package manager, and then you need to have a Node.js and npm and Git. All right, that's hugely important. What we also need is a Claude Code, Gemini CLI, and Codex CLI. First, you need to do these tasks. You need to set those up. You need to basically create the accounts, etc. Now, Claude Code is not a problem. Codex CLI is also not a problem. Gemini CLI is a little game, so you need to figure this out a bit. We might do another guide about this specifically because it is somehow weird because it's not that easy. I don't know why. Anyway, that's Google. Then next we need to have the correct shell. You can use whatever you want. I do not mind. I'm just telling you what I am using in this example, which is a Z shell, and we have a macOS. Obviously, you need enough RAM for your agents to work, and that's it. So next step, we need to install all of those agents in our environment, all right, project environment. So what we need to do is first of all, we open VS Code and we enter our project, and within our project or inside our project from the home or root folder, we open a terminal and we type in the following. We just start with brew install Claude Code and we follow the instructions. Basically what it needs to do is to authenticate that you have an account at Anthropic. And once you have authenticated your account, you can then run this command and start Claude. That's it, you got Claude. Then next, you need Gemini CLI. Again, you need to get that account open with Google Cloud. Once you've done this, you can then brew install Gemini CLI, and then again, you need to authenticate. You just follow whatever instructions are giving to you there. We need to then continue with OpenAI with Codex. So the same thing again. You just install inside your VS Code. We're talking about VS Code. All right, that's the one that I'm using. My IDE. You can use whatever you want. I do not mind. I don't care. Most importantly, you understand that this is the setup I am using, and a lot of people might use VS Code, so it's rather simple and clear and straightforward. So here we go. Install via npm Codex. You follow the instructions that are given to you here. Again, you authenticate, and that's it. That's it. You can check the versions, Claude, Gemini, and Codex. And you're ready to go. Now, one very important part is that if you want to open a terminal, you just use Control and backtick, and that's it. You open a terminal, you open 3 terminals, and then you open within the terminal one Claude, within one terminal the Claude, another terminal Gemini, and another one Codex. And that's it. You got 3 agents working in one project in VS Code. Again, you need to check your foundation first, and to make sure that everything is ready in order, or the dependencies are ready in order for you to actually be able to start this entire installation guide. That's it. All right. Now, if you have further questions, you can, of course, send me an email, michael@agentbuilderacademy.com. If you want to learn more about vibe coding and AI building, we've got a bunch of information, specifically the agent power levels, the agent orchestration layers, and the agent access levels that might interest you. That's it for today. Bye-bye. Have fun.